today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to give my thoughts on the search and recovery of the vehicle of Jacob VanZant, a 24-year-old who went missing in California and was found and recovered by Adventures with Purpose, AWP. That is July 16th. Hi everyone, Empowering True Crime, Alex here, and my mission is to help be a voice for the voiceless, support survivors, missing persons, and others so that we can all live in a better world, better society. I watched this yesterday. I'm about to head out. Happy Sunday. And I just wanted to give my review on this. And I'm going to try to make it as empowering as possible. For those of you who don't know, Jared Lysick was accused and charged of child R last year, and his trial and all that is ongoing. Case is ongoing in the court system. So after that came out, my opinion of AWP tanked, and I've been covering the R case, but I'm still very passionate about missing persons and search and recovery. So I watched this yesterday. So I'm going to share my screen. I do not like to support AWP whenever possible because I know that they're making a lot of money from their videos, and I get that that goes toward search and recovery stuff, and paying for people and all that. Also money in Jared's pocket that can go toward his defense teams. I found I'm in a group, social media group, and they actually told me about this YouTube. It's YEWTU.BE. You can go there and search for different videos. So I watched it was a 2-part series. I'm going to go into this right now on Jacob VanZant. And there's no spoiler alert here. It was solved. He was found. Okay. So there's not a spoiler alert there. However, if you do want to watch it, I am going to give some of the spoilers, and I'll try to leave the most spoiler of the spoilers toward the end. So you can, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just woke up a little bit ago. I'm tired still. But I really wanted to get this out. So I'm trying to get this out as early as possible today. Okay, so let's continue. So here, I actually read this just now. I watched the whole thing after I read this. And it says, join us in this gripping 2-part docuseries into the heart-wrenching mystery surrounding the disappearance of 24-year-old Jacob VanZant. On February 17th, 2023, Jacob set out on a seemingly routine evening, ordering dinner at Shangri-La Sushi in downtown Lodi, California at approximately 7:40 p.m., with plans to bring a meal home for his girlfriend that evening. However, he never arrived, and neither Jacob nor his car had been seen since. So it's a 2-part docuseries, and I'm not sure if they're branding their stuff as docuseries, but I think that's if that's a new thing, or if that's the way that they've been doing it, I think that's a really good angle to cover it. And he does refer to it as a docuseries or a documentary or something like that in the video itself. So first off, if you don't want to support AWP, then you can watch it on this YouTube. Okay. If you have no problem with AWP, then go watch it on their channel. And before we move on, this is not the typical type of thing that I do. So if you like this, let me know in the comments. If you don't like this, let me know in the comments. I'm open to any type of feedback. My only request is that you keep it empowering. Don't be an a-hole, okay? Don't be a bully, a troll, or disrespectful to me or especially not the victims, okay? And if you do like my style of covering true crime, then please subscribe to my channel. So from the top, I'm going to start with the good first, because I feel like there's always a little tiny bit of good or truth or something to everything, right? So from the top, I would say that I thought it was done really well. I wanted to keep watching. So from a documentary style or a docuseries style, I think they did a really good job, adding music for effect, and they had drone footage in strategic moments. It was pretty well done. It was produced well. So from that standpoint, I thought good job. I think, okay, I'll leave my comments. I was going to say something about the former team, but you know what? That's not necessary. But yeah, I think it was done really well. Wanted to keep watching. I actually normally watch my videos at 1.75, and I reduced it down to 1.25. So that's actually probably a good sign. That's also how they make money, right? They want you to stay watching the entire thing. So So that was done pretty well. And obviously it was solved. So kudos to AWP team for finding Jacob and his car. So that part was done well. The other thing is that he teaches one of the family members who had started learning about sonar, teaches her some different tips on how to, how to read images and things like that. In so doing, teaches us, the audience, how to do it. So I thought that was really well. And that's something I think he has done well in his other videos, is teaching the audience how to read, so that then we're a little bit more educated. I guess another good thing is, overall, it does help you to understand the strategy behind finding a missing person, a missing car, and what goes on behind the scenes. So that's another positive of the video, if you want to see that. So I think that those are the things that I thought he did well in this video. The things from the top, within the first 5 minutes, I was like a little cringy watching, okay? There's something about him that I had noticed before all the allegations came out that was like a little bit, I'm gonna say this as empowering as I can. I don't know, want to say slimy, a little creepy. There's something about him that's a little off. Energetically, there's a little like, about him. It was really hard for me to watch him and hear him at first. Some other people have commented that he talks a lot, right? He's like all talking, and with the other, before he got his new team, there was a little bit more camaraderie. There was more speaking from other team members. Here was mostly him speaking. So you hear him a lot in this documentary. From the beginning, he mentions that, he kept this in. I'm not sure why. He could have left it out. He says something like, if there's something you don't want covered in there's a docuseries, just let me know, talk to the camera, say, he says something like that. I'm not sure why they mentioned that, maybe to make it sound like it's a little more humanize it a little bit. He also mentions that that's how they make money, which is fine, being transparent about it. It left me, the first few minutes left me with a little bit of an ick feeling. And I was even wondering whether I wanted to continue watching. So once I got past the first few minutes, then I thought the rest of the production was really well and really kept me interested in wanting to watch it. One thing, absolutely, there's this whole thing that past AWP members have mentioned. There's this money shot, and putting the camera in the face of a grieving family member when you give them the news that their family member has been found and it was there for a long time, for like an awkwardly long time, that, there's a way to do it. You can pan to one person to the other. I think that was distasteful, in my opinion. They kept on filming the mom, and I think that was just like, and she was just like clearly distraught. And that was really, sad to see for such a long time. Like, again, awkwardly sad. It was too long. Like, we already see that she's crying. We don't have to keep seeing her crying, We could have panned away and come back, or panned away and come back. Okay, so here's where the real spoilers are. If you haven't watched, then just definitely you want to cut here. Go to YouTube and watch the two-part series. Okay, so the part where they show the sonar of the body, oh my God. Wow. I mean, definitely kept in for effect. I think everybody who watches that's going to be stuck in our minds. And so that, I mean, oh, wow. On the other hand, would the family really want people to see that, right? Like, obviously they blurred out any images of Jacob when they did the underwater video of the car and the recovery and all that. So that's something AWP has done for a long time. So at least they're good on that part. But showing the sonar image, wow. I'm not sure if the family would be comfortable or okay with that. I wonder if they have to sign some type of a waiver or something, that everything is, that they're going to show everything except for images of the body itself, if they find the person in the vehicle. The other thing that has been mentioned by past AWT teams is that they do extra footage to keep you, kind of like string you along, extra footage that isn't necessarily needed. In other words, they'll search bodies of water that they know with good certainty that the person is not there in order to have extra footage. And in the end, they ended up finding him exactly where they thought he was going to be, which is like there's a road, it goes up, you're going high speed, and then it drops right into the water. That's where he was found. So they found him where they estimated like the highest probability of where he would be. That's where he was found. And that was the last place where he was searched. And so why do all this? I mean, they ended up searching over 2 days. So why do all of this other searching if you know with great likelihood that the person is going to be in X position? So I think that that's what they were going with, to have it allow it to be a 2-part series instead of one video. They ended up doing that. So I thought that was really interesting and kind of plays into what the criticism is of AWP. By the way, if you do make any comments giving any of those last spoilers about where he was found or how he was found, maybe put like spoiler in the comments if you make any comments on that, just so that other people who maybe stumble upon this don't get those spoilers. Okay, so those were the good and the bad of the show. And I can't really think of anything else. So if I had to, there's two schools of thought here. Like what I just said, education on learning the strategy behind a missing person, finding a missing vehicle underwater and all that part. And then also how, Jared is and how you kind of get a little bit more of like that yicky vibe or icky vibe from him. It's kind of like innate in him. Oh, one other thing that was really interesting, this is also kind of a spoiler because it happened at the end, why he was okay with rigging the car at the beginning. He mentioned this, that he would rig the car before the police got there. Why wouldn't he just discuss it with the police? And then, just have if anything, the family could intervene if necessary. I know that other cases, people have rigged the car wrong and evidence has been lost. So I guess he's passionate about that. But I don't know. It was just a little bit, in this case, because of how Jacob was found, they didn't rig the car first. They allowed the police to go in and recover him and then do that part. Actually, Jared was the one. Oh, that was a big one. Forgot about that. For whatever I feel about Jared, the fact that he went down and recovered Jacob's body. Maybe you need somebody like that can do that type of work, because that's not something I would want to do. No way. So I guess that's a prop to him. Now I don't know if he was kind of like suggesting he should do it, because obviously they're gonna have some people search dive team that would do it. So I don't know if he suggested it. He probably suggested it. He probably said he could do it. So I'm sure he volunteered to do it. I'm sure they didn't volunteer him to do it. He volunteered to do it or said he could do it. All right. Anyways, I know that this is all jumbled up. Maybe next time I do one of these videos, I'll have my thoughts a little clear and I won't do it on a Sunday morning when I'm really tired still. Those were my 2 thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts, or actually those are my 2 cents. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy this video, if you learned something new, please like this video. And if you enjoy my style of covering true crime, if you want to learn more about this case, both the search and rescue aspects and also covering the case on Jared Lysick and Child R, make sure to subscribe so you get the latest breaking news in the true crime community. All right, everyone, have a blessed rest of your day. Make sure to keep it empowering always. Follow your intuition, stay safe, and stay thriving. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications. Thank you.